Hello everybody. Martina Navratilova used powerful serves followed by unrelentless volleys to take the women's singles title at Wimbledon today. A 6-4, 6-1 win over Zina Garrison gave Martina her 9th singles crown, pushing her past Helen Willis Moody, who played more than a half a century ago. Navratilova, who has won 28 of 29 matches with Garrison, wrapped up today's match in about an hour and 15 minutes. She used one service break to win the opening set and broke Zina 3 times in the second to finish it up. Martina called the victory the highlight of her career, which now includes 18 Grand Slam titles. For Garrison, it was her first appearance in a Grand Slam final. The 26-year-old from Houston just wishing it could have been against someone other than Martina Navratilova. NASCAR drivers took their wheels to the Daytona International Speedway for the Pepsi 400 today. The beginning of the race looked more like a demolition derby than a Winston Cup race. Before we go any further, we'll tell you no one was seriously hurt in this 23-car pileup. Officials stopped the race for 36 minutes so wreckage could be removed from the track. Out of 40-car field, only 23 cars made it back to the oval. One of the lucky few who avoided the crash on the second lap was Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt and his Chevy Lumina dominated most of the race. He led 133 of 160 laps, including the most important one, taking his 5th checkered flag of the year. There were just 4 caution flags on the day, the last one coming with 7 laps to go. Earnhardt got a great jump on the restart and beat Alan Kulwicki to the finish line by 1.6 seconds. Ken Schrader, Terry Labonte, and Sterling Marlin round out the top 5. If you're a college basketball coach, Kentucky Wesleyan is now taking applications. That's because head coach Wayne Chapman has decided to step down after 5 years at the Panther helm. During his tenure in Owensboro, the former Hilltopper guided his team to a very impressive record of 128-29. In that time, the 44-year-old Chapman led Kentucky Wesleyan to a pair of NCAA Division II titles, including one this past season, when his team went 31-2.
They deserve a very highly motivated person to be successful at this level, and especially at this school, because of the tradition that we have established over the years. At this time in my life, I am not that person. I am not motivated anymore to be a basketball coach.
There was some speculation that Chapman's resignation may have been prompted by a dispute with an Owensboro newspaper reporter. But both Chapman and the president of Kentucky Wesleyan say it had nothing to do with the resignation. Chapman, who, as you know, is the father of former UK star Rex Chapman, says he has 3 or 4 other business opportunities but did not elaborate. The Toronto Blue Jays are edging their way to the top of the AL East one step at a time. The Jays are just 1 game back of the first-place Red Sox after sending Seattle packing. The Jays sent left-hander Jimmy Key to the mound this afternoon and gave up 2 quick runs in the top of the first. Jeffrey Leonard belting his 10th homer of the year with a man aboard. However, the Mariner advantage was short-lived. Toronto coming back with a 3 spot in the home half of the first. George Bell king on the rally with a 2-run single as the Jays go on to a 4-2 win. Just 2 other games in the majors today. The Yankees tripped up the Twins in 12, 5-4. That's a final. And in the National League, San Fran nipped Chicago 10-9. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, and when we come back, we'll have highlights of the Busch Golf Classic and World Cup Soccer. Stay with us. Tomorrow, the first Saturday in May, all eyes will be on Churchill Downs for the 115th running of the Kentucky Derby. 16 horses will run for the Roses, but only 1 will be crowned in the winner's circle. The big question, as always, which horse will it be?
I think that awe-inspiring, Sunday Silence, Western Playboy, Easy Goer, Houston are by far the best horses in the race.
Easy Goer probably will start at 3 to 5 on the morning line. Sunday Silence will be the second choice at 5 to 2. And Houston, I don't know, he regained some of his lost respect with that win in the Derby trial, but still, you know, you're really not sure about his ability to get that distance, to go around 2 turns with just, he's never won at anything past a mile. So he's a big question mark, but I do think he's a good horse.
Most of the top horses this year seem to be horses that have tactical speed. It can be up close, and I think will be. I'd say Western Playboy, who I think is a genuine contender, is the exception. He'll be coming from way out of it, and he starts running up behind tired horses. He's got to have some luck.
They will all be together when they break from the gate on Derby Day, but around Churchill Downs, Easy Goer is the easy favorite.
I like Easy Goer.
Easy Goer by far.
Easy Goer.
If history is any indication, being the Derby favorite is not a good omen. Long shots to keep an eye on include the Arkansas Derby winner Danzel and Lexington Stakes champ Notation. Reporting from Churchill Downs in Louisville, Bill Caudle, Newscenter 13. The Lady Topper Spikers have a bit of gold on their bench, Olympic gold. Assistant volleyball coach Yang Shi was a player on the Chinese Olympic volleyball team that took home the gold in the 1980 Games.
I came here to pursue my master's degree. From there, I would like to go on and get my doctorate. On the other hand, I'm here to learn English, too.
Yang Si is the Mickey Mantle of women's volleyball in China. She's a national hero. In fact, when she got married, her wedding was on national television.
It's funny because a lot of people here don't even know that she's a celebrity. I mean, at home, she said she can't even go to the grocery store.
Yang Si's face is on coins, stamps, and letters in her homeland. She's big in China, but not in the United States.
Although I lost my national celebrity status, I can learn something here I cannot accomplish in China. Volleyball is still developing. It's not conflicting for me. What I can get here compensates what I'll lose in China.
Yang Si speaks a little English, but not much. At first, she and the Lady Spikers had a communication problem.
It's really neat. She's in practice. She demonstrates really well to us. And even though she can't maybe communicate verbally to us, just seeing her and passing and hitting and setting.
We teach her little things like instead of saying ready, we'll say ready, Freddie? And so she's learning a little bit of slang, but we're teaching her some good stuff too.
Yang Si coached on the national level in China. She hopes to finish her graduate work at Western and build a new coaching career in the United States. In Bowling Green, Bill Caudle, Newscenter 13. Lexington Bryant Station hit hard and fast. The defenders took a 6-0 lead when Michael Allen found Chris Halliburton under the basket. Central City fought back and only trailed by 3 at the half. In the third period, Bryant Station blew it open. Robert Hammonds found Michael Allen for a 12-point lead. Then it was Central City's turn. Steve Devine had 9 points in a 21-9 run as the Golden Tide tied it at 56-all. Then Bryant Station's big man Robert Hammonds fouled out of the game, and Central City's coach Tony Hopper thought his team had a chance.
He was killing us inside and on the boards, and I felt like it put us in great shape. I turned around to my assistant coaches and said, well, we can certainly go to man-to-man defense now because of maybe he won't hurt us on the post-ups.
But that's when All-State guard Mike Allen took over. He scored 14 of his 27 points in the fourth period to lead Lexington Bryant Station over Central City 71-68. Then the 8th and 4th region went at it, Warren East and Oldham County. The Raiders had a 6-point lead in the closing seconds of the first period, and Brian Compton extended it to 8. Compton was one of 3 Raiders in double figures. Shane Cranfield hit a last-second three-pointer to cut the Raider lead to 5 at the end of 1. Warren East was on a roll. The Raiders led by 7 at the half. James Crane had 12 rebounds and 18 points. Shannon Hill took game-high honors with 20 points as the Raiders beat Oldham County 66-56. The Colonels end their season with a 16-17 mark.
We've been able to press a lot of people this year, and they handle the press extremely well with confidence. And you know, they didn't score that much against our press, but it wasn't a factor as far as turnovers.
Brian Compton looks ahead to Bryan Station.
Really, we're going to go into this game more or less concentrating on how well we can play the game and how well we're going to be able to perform.
For the second year in a row, Warren East advances to the second round of the state tournament. Tommy Compton's club will have to play high above the basket and contain the take-charge man Michael Allen in order to knock off the hometown favorite Bryan Station.
Reporting from Rupp Arena in Lexington, Bill Caudle, News Center 13.